Since Jeroboam's rebellion against Judah, the northern kingdom of Israel had been plagued by assassinations, coups, and constant changes of dynasty. What would be its final outcome? That is the central question we explore in this station.
During the reign of Joash in the northern kingdom, Amaziah, king of Judah, led a victorious campaign in the Valley of Salt at the southern end of the Dead Sea, killing 10,000 Edomites and capturing the city of Selah. Selah, located at the northern edge of the Red Sea, served as the gateway to the Gulf of Aqaba. It was through this port that Solomon had once imported gold from Ophir.
Flushed with pride from his victory, Amaziah challenged the northern kingdom of Israel. King Joash of Israel responded with a parable likening Amaziah to a thistle in Lebanon, warning him not to provoke disaster.
But Amaziah rejected the warning. Joash led his army southward, defeated Judah at Beth Shemesh, and took Amaziah captive. He also broke down a section of Jerusalem's northern wall and looted the temple of its silver and gold vessels. Amaziah reigned for 29 years. Like his father Joash, he served the Lord, but not with a loyal heart. And in the end, like his father, he was betrayed and assassinated. Jeroboam II, the son of Joash, became king of Israel and reigned for 41 years. He brought a brief period of revival to the northern kingdom, recovering territory from Lebo-Hamath down to the Sea of Arabah, approaching the borders of Israel during Solomon's time. Prophets who lived during this era, Hosea and Amos, painted a picture of economic prosperity. Israel was described as a luxuriant vine bearing abundant fruit. The people of Samaria lounged on beds of ivory or stretched out on couches draped in embroidered cloths. For the Lord saw that the distress of Israel was very bitter. There was no one left, bond or free, and no one to help Israel. But the Lord had not said that he would blot out the name of Israel from under heaven. So he saved them by the hand of Jeroboam, son of Joash. Instead, he used Jeroboam, the son of Joash, as the means of their deliverance.
But tragically, the original sin of the first Jeroboam, the founder of the northern kingdom, continued to ensnare both generations who shared the same name and the nation as a whole. Jeroboam II did not turn from the sins of Jeroboam, son of Nebat. Though Israel appeared strong and wealthy on the outside, it was plagued with hidden dangers. Justice had vanished, leadership was corrupt, and the people ignored the warnings of the prophets. After Jeroboam II died, the throne changed hands 6 times in just 30 years, and 4 of those kings were assassinated. The history of the northern kingdom stands as a stark warning. A nation seeking lasting stability must pursue more than wealth and expanded borders. It must value godliness and true faith.
In contrast, Azariah, the son of Amaziah, reigned in Judah. He did what was right in the eyes of the Lord.
Azariah is also known as Uzziah. The name Azariah means the Lord is my help, while Uzziah means the Lord is my strength. In Hebrew, help and strength are synonymous.
Yet even Uzziah failed to finish well. Chronicles records that he grew proud and overstepped his role by attempting to offer incense in the temple, a duty reserved for priests. As a result, he was struck with leprosy. In the 38th year of King Uzziah of Judah, Zechariah became king in the northern kingdom of Israel. He reigned for only 6 months before being assassinated by Shallum, who then seized the throne. The northern kingdom was descending into chaos, but one thing remained unshakable: God's decree. He had foretold that Jehu's descendants would reign to the 4th generation, and so it came to pass. Shallum, whose name means peace, reigned for only 1 month before he too was killed by Menahem, son of Gadi, who then claimed the throne.
Menahem, a ruthless ruler who didn't hesitate to slaughter even his own people, faced a major threat when Pul, king of Assyria, better known as Tiglath-Pileser III, came to invade. Instead of resisting, Menahem collected 30,000 kilograms of silver from the people and offered it as tribute to the Assyrian king. He reigned for 10 years but left an impoverished treasury and a nation in suffering.
One Assyrian still records Tiglath-Pileser III's military conquests. He is shown holding a royal scepter and wearing the Assyrian crown. The inscription mentions tribute received from Menahem of Israel, a direct archaeological confirmation of the events described in the Bible. Menahem's son, Pekahiah, reigned for only 2 years before he was betrayed and overthrown by his military officer Pekah. During Pekah's reign, King Tiglath-Pileser III of Assyria launched a massive invasion. This came as a response to a failed alliance between Aram and the northern kingdom of Israel, who had attempted to rebel against Assyrian domination. Between 734 and 732 BC, Tiglath-Pileser conquered Damascus and brought an end to the Aramean kingdom. Then he advanced into Israel, capturing the territories of Galilee and Gilead, leaving only the capital, Samaria, and a few surrounding areas under Israelite control. According to the Assyrian king's own records, he deported 13,520 Israelites and appointed Hosea as a puppet king to replace Pekah, confirming the historical account recorded in the Old Testament.
After the conquest, Tiglath-Pileser made Megiddo the capital of an Assyrian province. The site of this ancient administrative center still remains today.
As the northern kingdom neared its collapse, Jotham, son of Uzziah, became king of Judah in the south. He did what was right in the eyes of the Lord. However, his son Ahaz walked a very different path, not following the ways of his father, but imitating the sinful practices of Israel. Ahaz not only worshipped idols, he was so deceived that he even burned his own son as a sacrifice. At that time, the international situation was volatile. Assyria's military power posed a growing threat across the ancient Near East. In response, the king of Aram joined forces with the king of Israel and the Philistines to form an anti-Assyrian alliance. They tried to persuade Ahaz, king of Judah, to join their coalition, but he refused. Angered by his rejection, the kings of Aram and Israel turned their weapons against Ahaz, attacking Judah.
Faced with this grave military and diplomatic crisis, what would Ahaz do? God, knowing the fear and pressure that weighed on Ahaz, sent the prophet Isaiah to encourage him with these words. Take heed, be quiet, do not fear, and do not let your heart be faint because of these 2 smoldering stumps of firebrands. Because of the fierce anger of Rezin and Aram and the son of Remaliah, it shall not stand, and it shall not come to pass. Yet Ahaz could not bring himself to trust the word of the Lord. Through Isaiah, instead, he chose to seek help from Assyria. To win Assyria's favor, he sent all the gold and silver from the house of the Lord and the royal treasury as tribute. On the surface, it seemed like Judah's crisis had been resolved, but that decision directly triggered the Assyrian Western Campaign of 734 to 732 BC. As a result, Aram was destroyed and Israel became a vassal state.
One 24 by 19 centimeter clay tablet records Assyrian military campaigns from the ascension of Tiglath-Pileser III in 745 BC through 729 BC. It includes the full name of King Ahaz of Judah, Jehoahaz, and lists the tribute he gave to the Assyrian king, matching the biblical record. This tablet is the earliest known external evidence confirming Ahaz's tribute. Ahaz even traveled north to Damascus to meet the Assyrian king in person. While there, he saw a pagan altar and had a replica made, placing it in the temple of the Lord in Jerusalem. He began offering sacrifices on this foreign altar while still attempting to inquire of the Lord at the bronze altar.
Like the surrounding nations, he blended multiple religious practices, falling into the trap of syncretism and idol worship. He could no longer worship the Lord, the creator of heaven and earth, with an undivided heart. Just as the prophet Jeremiah once said,
"Has a nation changed its gods, even though they are no gods? But my people have changed their glory for something that does not profit." The last king of the northern kingdom, Hosea, was a puppet installed by the Assyrian king, but Hosea sought to rebel by forming an alliance with Egypt and stopped paying tribute to Assyria. In response, King Shalmaneser of Assyria had him imprisoned. Then the king of Assyria invaded all the land and came to Samaria. For 3 years he besieged it. In the 9th year of Hosea, the king of Assyria captured Samaria. He carried the Israelites away to Assyria. He placed them in Hala on the Habor, the river of Gozan, and in the cities of the Medes. Assyrian records offer detailed accounts of Israel's fall. The Nimrod Prism, now in the British Museum, contains a boast by Sargon II of Assyria. I conquered Samaria, and I took the people I conquered with my own hands and settled them in Samaria. I appointed my eunuch as governor, and I counted them as Assyrians. Why does the Bible credit Shalmaneser with the conquest of Israel, while Assyrian texts attribute it to Sargon? A likely explanation is that Shalmaneser began the siege and captured the city in 722 BC, but died shortly afterward. His successor, Sargon II, in his 2nd year, returned to complete the campaign and carried out the deportations.
Though Assyria conquered Israel militarily, the Book of Kings does not attribute Israel's fall to Assyrian might. Instead, the biblical narrative offers a theological interpretation.
This occurred because the people of Israel had sinned against the Lord their God, who had brought them up out of the land of Egypt, from under the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. They had worshipped other gods. They served idols, of which the Lord had said to them, "You shall not do this."
From the very beginning, the northern kingdom had walked the wrong path, following Jeroboam, who set up false worship while claiming to serve the true God. No matter how many prophets God sent to warn them, they refused to listen and turned from idolatry. As we lament the fall of Israel, it's as if we can hear the words of the teacher from Ecclesiastes echoing through time.
The end of the matter. All has been heard. Fear God and keep his commandments, for that is the whole duty of everyone. For God will bring every deed into judgment, including every secret thing, whether good or evil.
When a person sins, God brings judgment. If we want our lives and destinies to improve, we must begin by being faithful in keeping our covenant with God, by restoring our relationship with Him. Are you willing to give it a try?
Spring of Water International Ministries invites you to journey with us, giving seed to the sower and bread to the eater. For more details, please contact Spring of Water International Ministries.